welcome back to Celestia Astrology. I'm Sonia. A new Karmic Story. On September the 18th, 2024, or possibly the 17th, depending on your time zone, a partial lunar eclipse will take place at 25 degrees 40 minutes of Pisces. It occurs at 3:34 a.m. in the UK, where I am based, and that's 2:34 a.m. in Universal Time, which might help you adjust it to your own zone. This eclipse is an introduction to a cycle that will continue through 2025 and 2026, with similar eclipses in Pisces and Virgo marking the end of summer each year. This is the first of 3 lunar eclipses in Pisces, initiating a period which offers us deep spiritual reflection, surrender, and transformation. The Pisces-Virgo axis invites us to explore themes of service, spirituality, and the balance between the material and the ethereal, such as how does being of service to others also reward and feed our own soul? Are we so spiritual that we are detached from the material world? And if so, how can we ground ourselves in practical earthly matters? How do our dreams impact on our waking life? This eclipse occurs with the Sun applying to meet the fixed star Alkaid. Alkaid has long been associated with themes of mourning, protection, and cyclic change. It adds a layer of somber reflection to this lunar eclipse, suggesting that this is a time to honour what has passed, embrace transitions, and prepare for new beginnings with a spirit of surrender. A lunar eclipse occurs when the Earth passes between the Sun and Moon, casting its shadow over the Moon. Unlike a normal full moon, where the Sun and Moon are in opposite signs, a lunar eclipse adds the weight of the Earth's shadow, symbolizing supercharged moments of culmination, closure, and revelation. Lunar eclipses highlight the need to release old patterns and beliefs, illuminating what must be let go in order to move forward. They may correspond with emotional and spiritual breakthroughs, bringing unresolved issues to light. Full moon alone is a time of heightened awareness, but during a lunar eclipse, this effect is amplified and is more likely to have a lasting impact on our lives, especially for aspects, planets in our birth chart. Eclipses may accelerate events, causing major endings, major beginnings, or shifts that may have been building beneath the surface for some time. This partial lunar eclipse takes place in Pisces, a mutable, feminine or yin water sign, associated with intuition, compassion, and the dissolution of boundaries. Pisces is ruled by Jupiter and has Venus as the exaltation ruler. Jupiter is the planet of hope, faith, and wisdom, as well as growth. As the moon is eclipsed in Pisces, its connection with our Earth is temporarily interrupted. Like a computer being switched off and on again, there is a sense of a reset. Themes of surrender, introspection, and connection to the spiritual realm may be intensified. Pisces energy is often flowing and ethereal. You might visualize the ocean, sometimes still and sometimes with dramatic high waves crashing, making it more challenging to engage with the material world. This eclipse may stir deep emotional waters, encouraging us to trust in the unseen and offering the opportunity to reconnect with our higher selves. The Sun, meanwhile, is in Virgo at 27 degrees, a sign of practicality, discernment, and service. This Pisces-Virgo axis emphasizes the tension between the spiritual and the material, the mystical and the mundane. Virgo seeks order and efficiency, while Pisces is more concerned with the flow of life and the unseen forces that guide us. During this eclipse, we may find ourselves needing to balance these two energies, learning to integrate the practical aspects of life with a sense of higher purpose. This partial eclipse is part of a Saros cycle, a repeating pattern of eclipses that recur approximately every 18 years. The Saros cycle, which you can find out more about on the NASA website, organizes eclipses into families or series that span over 1,000 years. Each series begins with penumbral eclipses and then transitions through partial and total eclipses, before eventually ending with another set of penumbral eclipses. They begin at one of the poles, the north or south, and the eclipses get greater as their span across the Earth increases, reaching totality as they span the widest point, and then reducing back again to partial and penumbral before they reach the opposite pole. This particular eclipse is number 52 of 73 in its series 118, which is set to end in 2962. This Saros cycle brings a thematic recurrence of events and energies. For this eclipse, we can look back 18 years to see what was occurring in our lives in relation to the Pisces-Virgo axis, as similar themes may re-emerge. This also connects to the nodal reversal cycle, when the North and South nodes were previously in Libra and Aries, the opposite of the current nodal placement, and that was 9 years ago, echoing back to patterns and lessons from that time. Bernadette Brady has analysed the astrology of the beginning of each Saros series of eclipses to give us an idea of the themes that each series contains. She identifies this series 118 as separation and loss, to be parted, to finish something with sadness. She warns that physical injury is possible through overexertion and to avoid strenuous activity. The eclipse is likely to be visible over the Pacific Ocean mainly, but also partially in the Americas, Europe and Africa. It will be followed 2 weeks later by an annular solar eclipse on October the 2nd, 2024 in Libra. In addition to the 18-year Saros cycle, we can also observe shorter lunar cycles from the Pisces moon, such as the 28-day lunar month or the 6 months between a new moon and the full moon in the same sign. Dietrich Pessin's moon family concept introduces an even longer cycle of approximately 28 months, tracking the progression of the moon and sun at the same degree through a new quarter, full and closing phase. The full moon and eclipse at this degree mark a culmination in this lunar family, offering revelations about a journey that began in 2023. The new moon for this moon family was the 21st of March at 0 degrees of Aries. The first quarter moon, when the first adjustments or the first turning point was reached, was on the 19th of December at 27 Pisces. Now we have illuminating revelations, culminations, and a further turning point at 25 Pisces on the 18th of September 2024. The final release of what we outgrow in this cycle will come on the 18th of June 2025 at 27 Pisces. Fixed star Alclade, female mourners and cyclic change. The sun's proximity to the fixed star Alclade during this eclipse adds a protective and yet solemn quality to this eclipse. Alclade, traditionally linked with female mourners, denotes themes of loss, mourning, and the cycles of life and death which are inevitable. It serves as a reminder that change is an inherent part of life, and through surrendering to these cycles we can find protection and renewal. This star's influence encourages reflection on what has ended, what must be let go, and how we can honour the past while stepping into the future. There is a sense of collective mourning, but also of protection as we transition through the inevitable cycles of life. In opposition with the Pisces moon and connecting with the Virgo sun, Alclade may inspire deep emotional release during the time, especially between eclipses, as well as the protective instinct to preserve what matters most. The key aspects of this lunar eclipse: the moon in Pisces is travelling to meet Neptune. This is when an astrological aspect can be most intense. Neptune is the outer planet most connected with the ethereal themes we often find in Pisces, amplifying the eclipse's spiritual and otherworldly themes. Neptune's influence here enhances intuition, imagination, and connection to the divine. Together with the reflective, nurturing moon, they can enhance the eclipse's otherworldly and mystical qualities and impact on our emotional body. Neptune dissolves boundaries, making this a potent time for meditation, dream work, and connecting with the unseen realms. This aspect can also blur the lines between reality and fantasy, making it important to maintain discernment. It may help to make an intentional effort to stay grounded. The Sun, together with Mercury, the ruler and exalted ruler of Virgo, is in practical Virgo and will support you with this. The Moon also forms a harmonious sextile with Uranus in Taurus, bringing the potential for sudden insights, breakthroughs, and unexpected shifts in our understanding of security, planning, and beauty in the world, however you appreciate it. Uranus is the planet of awakening, revolution, and disruption, suggesting that this eclipse may bring surprising revelations that could help you change old patterns that you have outgrown. Mars, located in Cancer during this eclipse, forms a more tense square to the North Node in Aries and the South Node in Libra. The square to the lunar nodes can signal a turning point related to our karmic path. Mars in Cancer, representing emotional courage, defense, and protection, challenges us to face issues of personal and collective security. There may be a struggle between our emotional attachments and the need to take decisive action, particularly in relationships, Libra, and our growth to forge a path forward. Aries, this nodal square may usher in fated circumstances, particularly in areas where we have been resisting necessary change. The Mars node square can feel like a cosmic crossroads, pushing us to choose whether we continue on our current path or pivot towards something new, especially in matters related to Cancer themes such as family, home, equality, and emotional security. This eclipse takes place in the third decan of Pisces, ruled by Mars in both the Chaldean and Triplicity systems. The significations are usually amplified when a planet has double rulership, as Mars has here. This decan is associated with themes of passion, sacrifice, and perseverance. Austin Coppock refers to this decan as the bowl of blood, while Kira Ryberg calls it effort. These descriptions evoke imagery of intense struggle, dedication, and martyrdom, themes deeply connected to the energy of Pisces. The Wild Way Oracle deck by Astro Artistry, or Nick Allen Art on Instagram and Twitter, calls the decan deep sacrifice and guides us with the keywords give your all, passionate quest, and martyrdom. The deck shows us the card with a beautiful coloured kingfisher in bright blues and oranges, making a deep dive at a dangerous angle into shallow waters. The kingfisher's on a passionate quest to catch the tastiest fish in the shallow waters, despite the danger. The imagery reflects the intense longing and willingness to take risks in pursuit of something that may or may not be worth the cost. The key lesson here is to balance passion and sacrifice with discernment, and to ensure that your efforts are aligned with your true values. The corresponding tarot card for this decan is the Ten of Cups, symbolizing emotional fulfillment, happiness, and completion. However, this fulfillment can often come at the cost of great effort or sacrifice. Give your all in pursuit of your dreams, but carefully consider what you are sacrificing and whether the outcome will truly be worth the price. Also, take the time to celebrate what you have completed and are ready to release. In Dreaming the Decans, T. Susan Chang describes this decan in verse. This is an excerpt. The rainbow rising from the haze never ceases to amaze, a dream of hope and family. What's real and what's fantasy? The vision beckons, but be wise. Bubbles burst when vast in size. Crossing realms of liquid light, keep the story's end in sight. Who feels it? This lunar eclipse is likely to be felt most strongly by those with significant placements in mutable and cardinal signs. Individuals with planets or angles near 25 to 27 degrees of the mutable signs, that is Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, and Sagittarius, or 6 to 8 degrees of the cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. These placements may experience profound emotional, spiritual, or physical shifts. This eclipse may also be particularly relevant for those who are attuned to the Pisces-Virgo axis in their charts, for example with prominent Jupiter or Mercury placements, as it highlights themes of service, sacrifice, and spiritual connection. In conclusion, the partial lunar eclipse in Pisces on September the 18th offers a powerful opportunity for reflection, release, and transformation. As the moon's reflective light is shadowed in the mystical waters of Pisces, we are encouraged to surrender to the cycles of change, to honour the endings in our lives, and to trust in the process of renewal. This eclipse invites us to connect deeply with our spiritual self, however that looks for you, to meditate on what we are ready to release, to embrace and allow the flow of life with compassion and grace. As the first in a series of Pisces eclipses that will continue throughout 2025 and 26, this eclipse marks the beginning of a longer journey of spiritual awakening and surrender. You might view this as an introduction to what themes you may personally expect. By tapping into the intuitive, flowing energy of Pisces, we can find the strength to navigate the challenges and opportunities that lie ahead. Travel well, my friends. You often hear creators ask you, could you please like and subscribe? And I can't emphasize enough how important it is for small channels. It really does make the difference. And also, we all want to reach the audience that our content is made for. And we can do this with your help if you've enjoyed it. It gives us immediate feedback on what you're enjoying and what you would like more of. It doesn't cost you anything, and it's a great way for you to support our work and just let us know that you're enjoying what we're doing. So if you have enjoyed this content through to the end and you'd like us to keep making it and make more of it, that's a great way for you to let us know. So wherever you're watching this, please do give us a thumbs up and give us your support. And we really appreciate it. Thank you so much.